Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher were before Ashton and his Diddy partying. You got Ashton Kutcher in love with Mila Kunis on that 70s show. Then they break up for absolutely no reason after he starts hanging out with Diddy. Then he marries Demi Moore. He replenished himself by doing inappropriate things with their daughters. I'm glad. I'm sure you're glad. Like Bruce Willis has dementia right now.
Oh.
He went right back to Mila though. He went right back to where he wanted to be.
You know, age appropriate.
Not even age appropriate. Then there's the Danny Masterson connection too. Who Vlad, if I am correct, and Ashton Kutcher both vouch for. These are weird people.
Mila Kunis, a former model and actress, has filed for divorce after almost a decade of marriage. The couple's friendship began in the early 2000s when Ashton Kutcher was running his prank show Punks. Diddy, known for his over-the-top personality, was serious about dodging pranks and made it his business to get on Ashton's radar. Ashton shared more details about their friendship, including a wild story about a run they went on together, which showed how competitive Diddy can be. Diddy got arrested in New York on heavy charges of racketeering and conspiracy while he pleaded not guilty. The judge denied him bail, taking the case to a whole new level. Ashton attended countless Diddy parties throughout his friendship with Diddy spanning nearly 2 decades. Diddy is currently awaiting trial at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center in New York City on charges of ex-trafficking, racketeering, or bad business practices and transportation to engage in ex-work fans. The media was shaken by the allegations, but as the details started pouring out, people began to side-eye Ashton and his connection with Diddy.
So there are now rumors that Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are going to be breaking up amid all the stress and scandal of what's going on with P. Diddy. If you remember, Ashton was really good friends with P. Diddy, and they did interviews together where Ashton talked about how much he loved going to Diddy's parties, but he did things there that he couldn't talk about. Also, there's a huge chance that Ashton is going to be called in to testify against Diddy, and they've even been seen taking their kids on separate vacations, so it kind of looks like maybe they're not doing so well, and this might be part of their separation. And I'm sure that we all still remember all the backlash that they got for writing the judge asking for leniency for their friend Danny Masterson after he'd been convicted of sexually assaulting multiple women. Anytime that we talk about Ashton, everybody always jumps to his defense and says, oh, he did work with that place for the human trafficking. You can build a million bridges. Nobody's ever going to call you a bridge builder. But if all your friends are perverts, weirdos, and human traffickers, there's something going on inside you. So we'll see how all that goes real soon.
Over the years, Ashton had been cryptic in interviews, dropping hints about wild nights and Diddy's crazy parties that he couldn't spill the tea on. In one interview, when pressed for details about Diddy's famous parties, Ashton hesitated and finally said, I really can't tell that when I'm cycling through them, but I really can't tell any of them the way I'm cycling through them, but I really can't tell any of them the way Ashton dodged.
What do you have here, Rob? What clip is this with Kutcher?
So this is Ashton Kutcher. He was on the Hot Ones.
Go ahead. No, it's okay.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote. If you
really?
have one, yeah. Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. Can't tell that one either. I mean, like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over punked, because he was like, yo, don't punk you me. can't punk me. And I was like, I don't want to tell you, everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table. And so that started our conversation. We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out, watch football together.
This question only made folks even more suspicious, as what was he really hiding with Diddy's arrest has become front and center. People are going back through Ashton's old interviews side by side, questioning his hesitation to talk about Diddy's legendary parties, believing that he knew more than he let on. Mila Kunis filed for divorce right around this time, and the scandal surrounding their relationship continues to unfold. The media has been left to wonder what secrets Ashton and Diddy have been keeping from the public, and the timing is too messy to ignore. Ashton Kutcher, a Hollywood celeb known for their wild parties and shady dealings, has been accused of having connections to Diddy's scandals. The arrest of Diddy has led to speculation that Ashton may have been involved in compromising positions with other men, which Mila Kunis never saw coming from her husband. The tapes from Diddy's wild no-hose bar bashes may have exposed more than just a relationship between the couple.
Ashton Kutcher was once loved by the public, but he's had a lot of scandals last year, and now he's being absolutely destroyed over P. Diddy. There's been some backlash to Ashton Kutcher due to his on-screen romance with Mila Kunis when she was 14 years old and he was 19 when they were doing that 70s show together. That's because Ashton Kutcher revealed during his first kiss with Mila Kunis he used his tongue without her permission because Danny Masterson bet him $20 he wouldn't. Then in the early 2000s, when marketing the movie Cheaper by the Dozen, he made a joke about his 15-year-old co-star saying she was in the club of people America can't wait to turn 18. He also joked at the same time the Olsen twins were also on that list because they had 6 countdown clocks for their 18th birthday. Now Ashton Kutcher is getting a new criticism over his friendship with P. Diddy, which began 20 years ago when P. Diddy appeared on his show Punk'd on MTV. Now because of the P. Diddy arrest, there's been a resurfaced interview with Ashton Kutcher on the show Hot Ones where he said P. Diddy's one of his best friends and he loved partying with him but couldn't say the details of the party for legal reasons. This is the same P. Diddy who's known for having parties with underage girls that he gave drugs to and was also known for abusing. Ashton Kutcher was aware of the allegations and still called him one of his best friends. So solid friend list, and with that I'm Charles Pro, subscribe to learn something.
Insiders are saying that the tapes show a different side of Ashton, something Mila couldn't turn a blind eye to anymore. Mila held Ash down through everything, but it sounds like these tapes showed a side of him that Mila couldn't ride for anymore. The Hollywood couple was once considered rock solid, enjoying a stable marriage until recently. However, when the tapes were discovered, it felt like the ultimate betrayal. Mila had survived one scandal with Ashton, but discovered his ties to Diddy's wild world, especially with Diddy facing serious charges. Mila decided it was time to file for divorce. Some insiders say Mila's decision to split wasn't exactly out of the blue, as the Maston scandal put a serious strain on their relationship. Then came Diddy's arrest and the chaos of those tapes resurfacing, revealing Ashton's wild nights with Diddy. By the time the feds dropped those tapes in Mila's lap, she was ready to walk away. Ashton's reputation was taking a serious hit too, as they were still trying to recover from the Masterson fallout. The public was livid and fans were trying to figure out how this couple could stand by someone convicted of such heinous crimes. Ashton felt the heat for his work with an organization aimed at fighting for children, and he bowed out as chairman of Thorn. Many people believe that Ashton was trying to shield his own image from more backlash, as his reputation has taken a huge hit with 2 back-to-back scandals rocking his world. Reacting to this, fans said, "Can't stand Ashton Kutcher. Definitely something strange about him. No wonder he's a close friend of Diddy and the other weirdos. This dude has always been problematic." Mila is making moves of her own, filing for divorce, which seems like her strategy to distance herself from the chaos and safeguard her image before it spirals even further out of control. The news of Ashton Kutcher and Akunis' shocking split, allegedly fueled by his questionable ties to Diddy, has sent shockwaves across social media for years. Ashton was the poster boy for the down-to-earth guy, beloved for his roles in lighthearted comedies and his support for victims. Demi Moore, a renowned actress and husband of actor Ashton Kutcher, has been embroiled in a scandal that has raised questions about his involvement in the notorious drug trafficking industry.
Addiction is in the history of my family.
We all know Demi's life hasn't been a walk in the park. She grew up around addiction and trauma, and she's been open about how she once saved her mom from an overdose. That kind of experience sticks with you, and fans are wondering if her own battles with addiction made her more vulnerable to the Hollywood crowd she found herself around. When Demi married Ashton Kutcher, her struggle with sobriety reached a breaking point. After 20 years of staying sober, she felt pressured to fit in with Ashton's younger lifestyle. She even admitted in her memoir that on a trip to Mexico, Ashton convinced her to break her sobriety.
The recent arrest of Diddy Kutcher has sparked speculation about the depth of his involvement with the notorious criminals in Hollywood, including Diddy and Danny Masterson. Ashton's relationship with Diddy has been a source of emotional turmoil for many, as he has been linked to his friends, including Diddy and Danny Masterson. The scandal has also led to rumors linking Demi Moore to Diddy's famous no-holds-bar parties, which were attended by star-studded crowds in a secretive world. A heavyweight lawyer is now claiming they have footage that ties